Good morning, everyone. Uh, Welcome to another session of product design. So we are still on design thinking, where we are looking on the processes that are necessary to improve our products, to make sure that we have the needs and the requirements of our market. We know our target customers, and we actually have taken details from them. We have done feasibility study and so forth. So my name is Nathan Titimira from IdealabMw, and I think this is one of the best chapters and step of this course, product design. So we are on the chapter of prototype. Now we have ideate the different solutions. We have brainstormed different solutions. Now we are prototyping the ideas. So what is prototyping? So prototyping is an experimental process where design teams implement ideas into tangible forms, ranging from paper ideas to digital designs. And it encourages us to test functions and solutions in reality, in conjunction with the desire to learn from users how to improve an offer on an ongoing basis. And you need to have it also has good willingness, and also willingness to make radical changes is crucial. Now, what does this necessarily mean? And there is also a problem that actually people do in prototyping. There are key points here to take in mind, and you can see that the ideas, you can prototype them using paper ideas. You can actually have a prototype using cardboard papers or even newspapers, and there has to be a process that can take you from paper ideas to digital designs. And there is also one thing that people actually miss out. As you are bringing these functions and solutions into reality, you also need to have the desire to learn from users. And people actually do prototype in-house. They actually don't involve people outside. So we'll learn in this course how we can actually do that, how can we cut those areas, and we have to improve our prototypes as we go along. Now, one of the things that a product designer needs to have is willingness to make radical changes. So radical changes, you have to change things on the go. So you have to prepare that as we go along. Now, the best way to build a prototype, how can you build a prototype? Because maybe you just have ideas, but what's the best way? The first step is to love it, change it, and leave it. What does it mean when you say that? Love it, change it, and leave it. It means the first thing that you need to have is passion of building the prototype. So once you do that, you need to change it. Think of other ways how your product can look like. Think of it. So you will change, you make some change, you break the first prototype, and this is what we call optimization. So you optimize the looks of the prototype or the functions of the prototype and leave it. Why do we need to leave it? We don't need to actually fall in love with our prototype. As our second point is actually emphasizing, never fall in love with your prototype. So this is one of the biggest dangers in prototyping. People tend to fall in love with what they are seeing. For example, if they see that this prototype looks good to them, do not fall for that trap. Why is that the case? Because if you fall for that trap in product design, you are going to build a prototype that you personally love, but your users don't love it. So as we prototype, our prototype can be matured and we can tend to love them, but don't do that. Why shouldn't you do that? And how can you get away from this trap? What you need to check is if your prototype is economically feasible or it can be taken and implemented and whatnot. Now, why is that the case? You can see that some of the people, they actually do prototype something that cannot be easily implemented in mass production. For example, you can create a website or a mobile application which is too much sophisticated that if you employ someone to fix an issue, it's going to be a very difficult thing. Or you have created a product, maybe a hair product, which has got sophisticated boxing. You have placed things and it's very sophisticated that it's difficult to actually manufacture, and you can cost a lot of money in doing so. So don't actually fall for that. And also, if I don't forget, on the first point, love it, change it, and leave it. You don't need actually to do crazy prototypes. Why is that the case? Is because you don't need to spend much money on those areas. So let's go to the third point. It's a never-ending story. What does it mean? Prototyping means to iterate, and iterate still again. Let me tell you something. Do you know the phone that you are using, the laptop that you are using, or the tablet that you are using, do you know it's just a prototype? It's not a real product, because the manufacturer, they have just released, that's what we call a high fidelity prototype. We'll see that later on. It's just a high fidelity prototype that a user somewhere can use it with minimal errors. That's the thing. So what it means is that you, as a product designer, you need to make sure that you are improving the prototype. If you have ever produced something in Malawi here, you have just produced a prototype. Or if you are a fashion designer, that is not a product, that is a prototype, but it's just a high fidelity prototype that your user can use with minimal errors. So that's all about. Now, let's learn about prototype degree of resolution. So don't mind about the image, but the text is prototype degree of resolution. That's what we are talking about. The first prototype is low, which is in the error phase. The second one is medium, which approaches to a solution, and the third one is high, which is equal to more end solutions. Now, what does it mean? I've already told you that this resolution is what we call low to high fidelity and whatnot. Now, let us take a look at the image here that it's on the right side. We have got type, and we have got a type column, a description column, and we do have the degree of resolution column suitable. For example, where are you going to use this one? Now, let's get into the thing. Now, if we go a sketch, now sketch is the first point of prototyping, which is called low degree of resolution, and you're going to see that practically everything. You can use this suitable for practically anything. You can use this thing, you can design everything as your prototype. So it's low degree of resolution. A mock-up. So a mock-up is just something that you can use maybe to design something digitally. It's as simple as that. A wireframe, if you are into websites, you know what wireframes are. You can use the Figma, just design how your website is going to look like. A chart is it's good for companies that they want to visualize some other things. So it's good for showing correlations. This allows you to check how ideas are linked to one another and how experience changes over time. So it's good for companies as well. We do have papers. So papers are low fidelity. You can see chart here is medium fidelity. Why? Because you can use charts into production, into production, also mock-up here as well. We do have also storytelling. Now, storytelling is very important if you have an organization or want to actually tell people to buy your product. So you can see that it matches all degree of resolution. So these are prototypes. This is what you see here. These are type of prototypes that you can actually do. Storyboards, you can actually use storyboards, maybe like videos or something like that. And you can see here suitable for or examples. You can see that they are going to be done by experienced in the video. We have got videos. So videos are very good when you are recording or presenting a complex scenario that you cannot use words to show people. And we have open hardware platforms. This is very important for those who are in engineering, especially in electrical engineering. And you can see that we do have analog and digital interfaces for combination with motors and sensors. Those who are into Arduino and stuff, you know that is also one of the prototypes, and the degree of fusion is medium and high, and you can actually deploy a product into production with high fidelity product. We have got a photo, so those who are into digital field, you can use a photo. Physical model, show two-dimensional ideas through and 3D printing. These ones are for people that they want to get the idea out there to their customer. You don't need to actually, for example, if you are actually prototype an engine, you don't need to build the entire engine. You can just build a 3D printed one. So it's a low degree of resolution. Now, there are two principles that are very much important in terms of prototyping if you want to get feedback from the user. We call them boxing and shelving principle. As you can see, this one is, we'll give an example of a shop, and I will tell you the trick that if our shops actually use this one, and how you can get feedback from the user if you are using this one. If you have a shop or something, you can try this. You don't need to have a big shop. Now, the boxing principle. Now, this boxing principle, it takes a scenario of boxing, like you're putting things in a box. So in that scenario is to create a physical box. So what you need to do is that if you have a product, create a box where you put that product in, which can be used for the marketing of the product. Now, what should we do? The front of the product, of the box, you need to put the product name, the image. Remember, these are very important. You need to put an image, the slogan, and 2 to 3 promises about the product. And I can assure you, most of the products, they do this. And you can see, if you have ever used the South African products, those guys, they use product design principles because they do have dedicated product designers. At the back, put details about the feature, application, and content that consists of the product. Now, you actually put this product contains calcium. You see, if I am buying your product and I see on the front of the product the things that can benefit me, I don't need to see that it has good calcium, carbohydrates. No, those ones are very important, but put them at the back. We don't need them. I will see that later on if I have sat down. But if not, I don't care. If it benefits me, it's fine. Have you seen that? That is called boxing principle. You need to get feedback from the user. And this is also important. I was using this one in my school. At my school, I even told my friends that if we are creating a system, the lecturers are very much interested in the looks, the aesthetics of the products. They don't need to know how it functions. But if they want to know it, yes, of course, you can actually put the details, but make sure it looks pleasing. So that's the boxing principle. So on the remaining side of the boxing principle, the back and also the front, it actually the WH question, which already talked about it. So you can answer this question by text or visualization of the pictures. Who is the target customer? You can't put an adult person on a product that is tailor-made for children. It doesn't make any sense. You put cartoons there. Immediately, if I saw a cartoon on a product, I will know that's for a child. If I see an adult male, I know that's mine without even reading it. That's how product design is all about. Which goals should be achieved? Which goals should be achieved? The benefits that actually you put on the product. These are called the promises. So make sure you put 2 to 3 promises. Don't put 1 promise. Make sure that they know the value they are getting for their money. Which problems are solved? Those are the promises. When is the product available and how can we get it? So in this case, you don't need to wear much, and you don't need to do something because the product is already in shop. You are deploying the high fidelity product, and where under what circumstances the product used. And in this case, it's on the promises as well. And why should the user use the product? These are the promises as well, and the contents that are behind. Now, the shelving principle, which is very important. On the shelving principle, in every, I think, the shops that are out there, you actually have shelves where you put products. Now, on those products, you can see, let's take an example here. We have a solution portfolio. So make sure that you actually divide the shelves in different categories as these ones. So we do have solution portfolio, product portfolio, and service portfolio. Now, let's take an example here. We have a shelf for families. The column is meant for families, for singles and house owners, and you have short of space, urban modern, and upscale. And in this shelf, we offer kitchens in country style, urban for singles, and designs for small spaces. Now, in this product portfolio, you can see that this shelving principle is how you arrange your products. So on the products portfolio, you can see that we do have cardboards, tabletops, and electrical appliances, and we have here products available stone, wood, and laminated, and these are for marketing gimmicks. And on service, you see that you are providing services or planning, delivery, installation, carried out by qualified installation and whatsoever. So all of these, it's a single cardboard, or a single, not cardboard, but a single shelf with different demarcations or segmentations. We do have products that we have placed in here. Now, you should place these products depending on solution, the solutions that they'll provide for the user, the product as well. So you arrange the product and it's the service that the product is going to do. So if I press something here, it should actually be made for families, and families that have got a room short of space, and that place there should be a cardboard, and in that family, that cardboard should be used for planning inside that family. So what does it mean? It means if you put products in here and people are getting the product maybe on that right corner for planning for families in short spaces, first of all, you get the data, which is very important. You get the data that this product is meant for families that are in houses that are short of space, and they are using that to plan something else. So you get the data. You remember, prototype, we get feedback from the user. You don't need to have a shop like Chibiku. You can use this if you are, maybe, for example, Mubanga business, Minayan Sinjiro. You can actually tell people, kabena shop ga ugisa shop ya zanu go yagwan. Make sure you arrange your products depending on this. Kwana, kukali kwana, and anage asaiz banji. Make sure you demarcate this. You get the feedback from this, which product is available, which product is important. If you are making mina business ya Sinjiro, muzo na Sinjiro zanga zimina zogulidwa mina ndiza mtengo wakuti komaso anthu omwe akugulake ndikuona ngati ndakuluakulu okhaokha. So that's how you can get your target customer feedback, and you can improve from their own. So basically, this is very important. It's very much important for bigger shops that the user will be required as a but you can actually test this on a small scale. Now, let's learn a little bit on prototyping workshop, how we can prototype our projects or our ideas. So first of all, you have an input idea. But before we do that, there is something interesting that we have made again, the diverge and converge alloys. Very important. On the input ideas, you can see that we do have the alloys diverging. It means we are getting lots of ideas. We are accommodating lots of ideas. So as the step one actually emphasized, we are testing variance on the team. So we are getting much information, getting ideas from the team. Then we converge. On converge, we select a single variant that we have agreed together to build. Then we diverge. On diverging, it means we are actually prototyping, like we are loving it, changing it, and leave it. We are doing all those principles. Then we are doing a lot of principles and we have to agree. Then we converge again on feedback and adapting. On feedback, we get feedback from the user. Mwina mayuza sakujifuna, mwina kujifuna, achikonda mene chikuonekera. Get the user feedback. Then on converging, we also adapt the prototype. So my users are you change the prototype. Then we diverge, we test prototype with user. So make sure that we can change IgG, test it with the user. So make sure that you are using different types of testing a lot of that. That's why we are diverging here. And we adapt prototype. So it means after testing it, see the changes, and we adapt, we come up with a single prototype, and at the end we converge again. That means we are done, we have a high fidelity prototype, and we have deployed it out there. So this is how we actually prototype our document, our ideas. So make sure you do you actually have a project or a product that you want to prototype, which is very important. I already said you don't need to have crazy ideas. Just do ideas, just solve a problem. That's what product design is all about. So this is actually the whole thing on the prototype in product design, and I believe that you use the information wisely. And I thank you for your time. See you on the last but one phase, which is called testing, and see how we can actually move forward with that. So thank you very much. See you next time.